Hey guys, this is Mike
And Joe.
from Deepwood Force of Will, and joining us again is
Dylan.
Dylan Hunt's back again, podcasting it up with us one more time. And today we wanted to do something a little more structured than last time, I guess. Instead of just like a little Q&A, we wanted to just kind of like have a bit of fun. So we're gonna go over the newest set from Force of Will. As you all know, we were spoiled. Vingolf 2 is getting reprinted in its entirety.
Wow. That's impressive. We don't have very many of those in circulation. This is a good reprint.
Couldn't tell. This was a lie. If they ever reprinted this, the game's officially dead.
Listen, if you ever see copies of this, the game's dead.
Oh,
It doesn't matter if they're new or not.
Right. So, for anybody uninformed, during the end of Alice Cluster, when, like, right after we got Battle for Adiractia, right after Grimm early rotated out, and while we were just literally playing Alice Cluster block, Vingolf 2 came out to give us the Dual Stones, but also about 90 other cards that all saw almost zero competitive play.
Hey, they all exist, and that's what's important.
They do all exist. They are cards you may put in a deck in Wanderer format, in Epic Stories format, in any format other than New Frontiers.
Mike, I think you're a little biased. You're literally just telling me before we started this podcast about how you played against so many of these cards in a GP. So, I mean...
And lost to them.
Yeah.
I never said lost to them.
You lost to you were pretty vivid about how it was kicking your ass, so...
Don't say that. We'll get to that later. But we wanted to do a little bit of like a retrospective in the series of the best of the worst, where we'll talk about the best cards from Vingolf 2, the ones that saw some amount of play somehow, somewhere, and the ones that were just pure, unfiltered garbage. Like, just the trash of the trash.
I would argue they're actually filtered garbage. Like, they actually specifically made sure only garbage was left to put it in.
You're probably right, though. Alright, so, without further ado, let's start with the worst of the rulers from the set.
Alicia Melchiot.
Oh, man. So,
All right.
first of
It's
all...
already looking promising. Judgment 7? Wow.
Yeah.
I'm amazed. That's very cheap.
Start.
Affordable.
It's extremely affordable. That's,
But hey, we could discount it. For each Squad 7 we have.
That's a pretty good discount. I'm sure we'll see lots of those as we go through the set.
I'm sure we'll see a lot of very good Squad 7.
Oh, well, if you look at the flip side, it already recovers all your Squad 7s when it enters the field. So
listen,
that's
man,
pretty solid.
410. Yeah, 7 cost 410s. Oh.
She's undercosted, obviously.
Wait. It also gives +2/+2 to all the Squad 7s you control, so...
And recovers them. That's an OTK right there if I haven't seen one.
Not only that, the biggest factor, the fact that she makes it so that Alice Zeus Incarnate is a baker.
It is indeed a baker type.
It is indeed a baker type.
Can confirm.
Finally. Honestly, we just needed a baker. More playable bakers.
It's true.
And with this reprint, it's going to be much better.
Baker Tribal when? I Spy. I had to catch myself there. Oh.
Don't give them ideas.
Oh, I want to give them some ideas.
I mean, it's actually not as bad as I remember, but it's still pretty bad.
It's still awful. Like, it's not good.
If you were playing this as like a sealed thing, like only Vingolf 2, I could see this being a decent card.
Yeah. Like,
depending on what Squad 7s do, which isn't much, but
yeah.
Hey, this could be a zero-cost judgment. That's like
if you blank that and wrote
28.
like all Tengu or all Mimi tribe or something, this would be a really good card.
All Tengu.
I don't know.
Tengu?
All Karurs you control.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I mean, though. Like whatever type you want to throw in. It's like this could be a good card. Just the problem is Squad 7.
Yeah. And also the problem is bad stats for the cost.
Like, is that a race? Is that a card type? What's a Squad 7?
Well, we'll see soon. But first we have to talk about the card next to it, which searches an addition from your deck, which means that it's mildly playable in Epic Stories. Woo!
It's a three mana 4/4, so good stats.
Great, perfect stats.
Solid.
Good premium.
It's basically a yellow version of Rachel, so it's fair.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Basically.
She's even a researcher by the looks of it.
Yep.
Yeah, she is indeed a researcher, just like Rachel's. There you go. This is the beta Rachel.
This was just original Rachel. I don't know why we didn't see it sooner.
This was the test. They're like, this card is too good. We need to nerf it. And they did it by accident. They made it better. So.
Fun story is that I actually did use this card in a Epic Stories deck that relied on Vibon for Umer combos.
You can also get like towers and stuff. It's an okay card.
Yeah, it gets stuff. It's not
Alice
good,
World.
but it gets stuff. Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems like a worse version of the 2-drop 0/4 from Grim Cluster.
Yep.
Yeah.
But 0/4 is worse stats though, so.
Is it? It also pops editions.
It's not good. Why would you want to pop? If you're searching editions, why would you want to pop your own editions? Come on.
It actually mattered for the Infinite Turn Alice combo.
Yeah, because then you can blow it up before.
Yep.
So this card, despite having better stats, is worse than Speaker of Creation.
Agree to disagree.
You played both in the Book of Ibon deck, though. Never forget it.
Well, next up is Eddie Nelson.
Squad 7, though.
Ooh, that's a good start.
The first one was not, in fact, a Squad 7. So
Yeah,
this one is the...
Half of the light cards in the set are not Squad 7.
So she's a 2-drop 5/5, but if you control a Squad 7, she gets +5 defense, which it's pretty easy. It's okay.
But then when a Squad 7 controls destroyed, you rest her, so she comes with
I
two separate downsides when you lose.
She would actually be alright without the second part. But the second, it would be like, man, I could actually possibly play this. It's like, nah, never mind. There was a conceivable hope, but it is a Squad 7. I mean, you know, it's pay 2 cost to make your guy 1 cheaper.
Yeah.
And,
so I really hope we're not just going to go through each card individually, because I don't think I have the brain power.
No, we have to do it. We have to do it. We got the flower next.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about the flower.
It's a spell, though. It's not over, and it's over a map for some reason. I don't really know why.
Little compression flower.
but the map isn't high quality, so I don't actually know what they did with the layer.
That.
What did they do with the? What did they do with the layering on this picture? It's basically all I'm asking.
They took like a 100 by 200 JPEG and
because they also like cloned the flower. There's like a second layer where it's like a shadow, and it's like, why? It's a flower. It's not like it's like
it needs to be dramatic.
Menacing.
Might just be some of the worst card art ever put in Force of Will.
It's the menacing flower. It recovers a resonator or rests a resonator. 2 cost, non-instant. So pretty good. I play in Epic Stories. 10 out of 10. Got the micro and seal of approval.
It's got the micro and seal of approval. Okay, so
my god, this next card is awful.
I think this might be like in contention for the worst card in the set.
Oh my lord!
This card was unplayable in Magic.
No, this is a great card. It's both heaven and earth, but the opposite.
The opposite.
It's the opposite. So it's got to be good, right?
You're right. 4
it's even the opposite color.
4 mana gain 200 life for each magic stone.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's a little bit weak.
It's an instant though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
Oh my god.
So they play Split Heaven. You're like, sorry, bitch. Heal.
I want to preface this by saying the month before we saw this card, the last drop was printed.
This
Green
is
did it better.
8,000.
Heal. This is for every stone you have. It's different than last drop.
Right. Of course, for when you're going for that mono white.
You could have a maximum of 20 stones. This could heal you for 4,000.
You're right. This can scale pretty epically in the late game, so I wouldn't write it off. Plus, you could probably pay 4 mana at that point anyway.
Listen,
so.
I'm ready to play mono white Lumia and gain 4K. It's fine.
All right, guys. Let's make super late game a format. This card can shine there.
Yeah. Okay,
you start with 20 stones.
Okay. The item is actually decent.
Flak Jacket's been used, yeah.
Yeah, Flak Jacket's actually been used.
It's really hilarious if you put it on the Alice, the
Avatar,
Guardian or whatever one.
nice.
Yeah, the Avatar, yeah. Put it on her, you don't take any damage. They can still hard remove her, but I mean, you know. It's okay. And it's also good for J-Resonators, so.
I think it's really difficult to hard remove her with Excalibur on board on top of that.
Yeah.
Edition J Resonators are definitely not a common type, so this is actually a pretty standout card, I'd say.
Yeah.
It was pretty hype, and then they printed Heavenly Gust. And
And then, oops, sorry.
Big oops.
We can skip over all of the Squad 7s.
What? No! Come on, he's so good! He's a 3-drop 7/7. That's broken.
Game 5?
He's like a Molten Giant, basically.
It literally power creeps the 07 from TBA.
Oh, power creeps Last People of Gloria.
Yeah.
When it enters your field, you heal 5. Come on, that's solid. Plus, he's got the military type.
Oh, right. And
Enough
Squad
said,
7,
right?
you can roost the cost
Holy,
of Alicia.
the reporter is next.
Oh my god. This card's entire purpose of existence is just so that Alice Zeus Incarnate is a reporter.
This is exactly the same card as the new Percival style card they put in the starter deck, but it's for a bad type because she's not even Squad 7 herself. She's a reporter, so she can't search other copies of herself. She can only get
reveals
Squad
the top
7.
card instead of the top 5 cards. She doesn't have a sack effect.
No, I think there was a knight that does the top card, isn't there?
No, all of them do top 5.
One of them is just look at the top. It's really bad. But if I recall, there is a
Percivals?
1-drop. No, it's not a Percival, but it is like a Percival style card where you play it, and if you look at the top card of your deck, if it's a
we don't care about them if they're not Percivals.
Well, I'm like, it's that card, but that card was already bad. Like, what if we had a worse version? Bam.
That's that one. Yeah, good. All right, so
And reporter type.
John Walker is the extreme
Jesus.
tech against Class G's tank, which we'll see later.
He's
On the
also
start,
he's
Shield
also
destroy
a
targets using
military. He's also a military
He's
type.
also
so.
thick.
He's very thick. And to show off, he's also got like a rocket. He's just like, in case I'm not gonna beat you in hand-to-hand combat, I've also got this fucking rocket.
All right, Lynn is a vanilla 9/9 for 4. Okay, next.
Hey, no, come on. Let's go over the art. There's houses in the background.
Why doesn't she have a stock on her rifle? What gun is this?
All right.
It's just like free balling this gun right here.
So there's a 3-drop that you tap to rest a resonator. It's 2/6. I wouldn't
Great.
play it. I think there's a 1-drop of this somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah, there certainly
Like in
is.
blue or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
We got the pregnant woman.
Listen, best card of the set. Nobody's gonna tell me otherwise. I made an
Well,
SDK with her. That's all
She's
that matters.
making the Mike Rance happy face in the background there.
and in her flavor text, it's her 5th, so she's like really excited to pop this thing out, man. She's
This has
red.
got the Mike Rance energy all over this card. And it's a 0/5, so when you use the equivalent of inner fire on her, then she's a solid beat stick for a turn.
Yep, that's the Go TK that I made. That's exactly the Prego TK.
Thank you, Heart Starting Sage.
So that card obviously would ruin the format if they reprinted the set
Yep.
again. So
And of course,
I
not
hope-
to mention that BFA had a 0/15 for 2, and it wasn't color locked. But
Hi,
we'll
artificial
ignore
moon.
that. We'll ignore that. It's fine. It's fine.
we,
It's just
we
it's
got
just
little
movie.
suit. We got little Susie over here. She's a 0/6.
She's actually one of the best cards in the set.
She
too.
blocks.
She's the best light card in the set. I will say
she
that.
can rearrange your Magic Stone. That's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
She's actually a playable card on her own, I'd say.
Playable in massive quotation marks.
Or you could like put her in a cube or something. Like she has uses. Like
If you're
she
playing
is-
Squad 7 Tribal, she's a 4 of
Squad
guarantee.
7 Tribal. You could easily 4 of in Squad 7 Tribal, which is what the leader, the ruler would implicate you into playing. So
Yeah,
We all
exactly.
agree
And
that
she's a
Zalos is
0/6,
the
so she
best
might
Squad
stick on the
7
board
though.
for like a turn. So. All
She
right.
probably won't die to 1-drop removal. She lives through True Blade of Spirit, so she's more broken than that.
She's disgusting. She lives through True Blade of Spirits.
there's a little bit of disappointment up next. These flowers are slightly higher resolution than the previous ones, so
And there's no map in
unfortunate.
the map in the
It is-
background's mostly covered up by green.
there's some sort of grass there to cover up the map. I don't.
Green
Not
was
sure
already
what's going on.
overtaking light at this point. It already stole its identity. It's whatever.
It says up to 2 target resonators cannot attack this turn as a chant instant.
It is
Yeah.
bad foresight. Perfect.
It's Amateur's foresight, but it picks guys to not attack. Great.
I don't know about you guys, but why are a bunch of weeds a symbol of peace?
Why not?
It's a good question.
Everyone hates weeds, so they unite together.
And apparently it's super common. It blooms all across Gallia. Like, and it says it produces many small white seeds. Why did we need to know that?
There's actually
Important.
the next card coming up is really important because he's a clerk type.
Oh, yep. They made Alice Clark.
He's the 2-mana 4/4. But you also have to pay 2 and tap at Prince ability to recover target resonator.
Couldn't you just
I'm
say
4 minutes to
Dark
recover
Resonator?
something.
I'm 90% sure there's actually a better card for this purpose in the set somewhere.
I think so too.
I
don't
think there
you're
is
wrong.
actually another card in the set that recovers people by tapping.
I think so, but I don't remember because
I think it's green if I recall.
All of the cards in the set are all blended together at this point.
Again, it's all the green power creep thing. There's just a better green version of this card somewhere in the set.
Alright, that's it for white. Overall.
Oh no! Squad 7! Damn it!
Don't worry, they'll be back.
Don't worry, they come back.
Yeah. Alright.
There's always more Squad 7.
Alphonse Auclair. This guy just looks awful.
He looks like he's had too many donuts.
And chubby.
So
he's got like a Tesla coil on his back.
He's not nameless. He literally has a name. It's Alphonse. How is Alphonse nameless if he has a name?
Because of his ability.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Target Resonator must block.
He forces block as a 4-drop 8/8. That's amazing.
Oof.
I would easily include this in my epic stories list. 10 out of 10.
Man, this was a magic card to be busted.
Yep. I can't wait till we see what the nameless support is. Oh, Amy Apple. This one's important. She has Apple in her name, so you can discard her for the Snow White ruler.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Not the Snow White. The Snow White doesn't work, but you can do it for the Little Red.
Yeah.
Little Red. Yeah, Apple support.
Strong.
Everyone's just like, I just remember someone did that and like, she does have Apple in her name.
I'm honestly so surprised that that wasn't a localization issue. But, whatever.
It was one of my like question mark moments. I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess.
Sure, you could do that, man. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
So-
decent card.
Yeah.
Bombardment.
This card was so good that it got printed as a promo
With Sylvia on
with
it.
Sylvia. There we go. Strong, too strong. 10 out of 10.
But no one used the Sylvia version. It wasn't good enough. Everyone just wanted tank.
For reference, I think Lightning Strike was or Thunder and Lightning Strike were in the format, right?
Just Thunder. No, Thunder wasn't even in the format, and Lightning Strike had
Just Lightning Strike?
So this did have a spot.
Didn't they print it in the set after
one
this?
set. Yes, they printed Lightning Strike immediately after.
And it's like, alright, so you got a 1-drop 5 damage instant, or a 2-drop 6 damage instant.
Hey,
One more
that's
damage, one more mana.
good reach.
Beautiful.
1 more damage, baby. 1 less card.
I forgot this card existed. Carissa Contine. She's a 1-cost 2/2 for red and 1. You can search your hand deck for a Regalia with cost 1 or more. Reveal it and put it into your hand.
Relevant. Now we can get those leaves to our hand much quicker, no matter what.
Oof.
All you gotta do is pay 2 and tap her, and, you know.
Hey, you could discount that with Witch. There we go. Found the metagame.
We did it. She's for Time Spinning Witch. Time Spinning Witch Lave, let's go.
Time
I want to
Spinning-
rush at you with my Time Spinning Witch, baby.
Time Spinning Witch Lover's Lock. Let's go. What's this next one? Target Resonator against Swiftness until end of turn by tapping her. The effect's not bad, but she's a 1-cost 2/2.
Why do you diss it? I mean, but have you seen that art, though? She's got huge tracts of land.
You know, you do see those huge tracts of lands in the background and in the foreground. But
It does, in fact, emphasize it in the background. Didn't notice that before.
Look at these.
Tracks
She
of
can get...
land.
This actually, I think, is another card. It's like a 2/4 that does the same thing, but this isn't actually that far off from being decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Happy
the worst thing in the
with.
world, but like
No, it's probably playable in some format.
in Epic Stories, I'll say.
Wanderer.
No.
Broken. It's part of a broken 20-card combo, okay?
Oh, I forgot. You can play her, get her with Umer, get her and
There you go. Fair and
So
balanced
powerful.
card. Then we got the gun.
gun. Yep.
Courageous stand.
Because nothing's more courageous than pointing a gun at the camera.
Yep. All right. So
you
gun
give
gives plus
something-
800 attack. That's great.
2 mana plus 8. Hey, I'm sure they'll never power creep that.
Yep. I'm sure they won't. Anyway.
Ooh, Frederica.
Federica Zoppini.
Lips. Last
When
name's Lips.
this card enters your field, gain control of the top card.
Jesus, she's a 6 cost?
She's a 6 cost.
Why is she so expensive for a 3/7?
I don't know. Little Dread was printed before
Oh,
this.
okay.
Yeah.
She does give the card swiftness.
So did Little Dread. I don't know why she's so
But
bad.
Little Dread had Awakening, so I guess. I don't know.
Yes, of course. For your
I mean-
Reanimator Federica Lips strategies.
I mean, if we didn't have that,
She's not,
Little Dread, she would
it's
be
'cause
too off.
She'd be too broken with Time Spinning Witch. That's why they.
Ooh, you're right. Forgot about that. All right, yeah. This
Yeah,
card's
yeah.
busted. 10 out of 10. Best card.
This card's there to balance the little bit there.
Her flavor text is very relevant though. Men are so stupid, it's adorable. We love it.
It's adorable. All right.
3 mana, 8/8. Okay, cool. Next.
How do you even pronounce his name? Guserg? He should have no name. I understand why he doesn't use his name and he's nameless. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I would want to be nameless too if some of my parents named me Gserg.
Imka.
This card actually was like not terrible, but also
Just because
not
of the
good.
second line of text.
Yeah, literally.
If you got
just
Kurt,
because.
but if you got Kurt Irving though, you get that +3/+3.
Ah, good. 5 mana, give +3/+3 to your 2 drops.
Yeah, it having swiftness when you flip your ruler is actually pretty good. Or
no,
sorry,
when
when
you
they flip
flip
their
your
ruler.
ruler.
When you're, it's bad
it's solid.
Blazer.
Hey, it does something. It can go face.
No, that it was better than Blazer because Blazer would try to kill the.
Welcome back.
Damn. I don't know what happened. Anyway, Kurt Irving.
We don't know about Kurt Irving yet. We haven't gotten there.
No, we haven't. We're still talking about him.
No.
But 10 swiftness. That good. We kill opponents
Okay.
instead of killing the ruler.
Yes. Okay. Next card. 10/10 swiftness.
Nameless.
What's his name? I don't know. He's a nameless.
It's Kurt Irving. Oh, it's the one that buffs the one we just saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever
bad.
a resonator that was dealt damage by this card is put into a graveyard, deal 500 damage to your opponent. It's a bad burn spell on top of it.
It's a bad burn spell, but it's actually got synergy with the previous card, so there is actually a reason you could play this, I guess. You
But
probably
it's
wouldn't
kinda
want to, but it could work.
It's a draft bomb, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, no, you could easily put that in a Cuber draft, I'd say.
Yeah, I can see it.
Large explosion.
Nothing's even like exploding in the picture. It's just a car.
If you're really close in a burn mirror match, bam, done.
There we
Cause
go.
a draw, start this thing over again. That way you can make everyone unhappy.
Deal 800 damage to each player in resonator for 5 mana for a spell chant speed card. Okay.
Very good.
I'm also
Yes,
impressed that
10
this card has no
Would
flavor
play in
text.
epic stories, absolutely.
Why does it? Oh, none of the instance of flavor text, or none of the chance of
What
flavor
was-
text.
Yeah, you're right. It just doesn't have it for like no reason.
I skipped that part. We don't need lore about explosions.
Lilia Perron.
She's
Is definitely not wearing an outfit prepared for war.
nope, definitely not. What's your weapon, Layla? A whip. How are you going to shoot people with that?
I'm glad you said it's a whip because at first I saw it as a stick, and I'm like, well, she's very well prepared. She just grabbed the first thing she saw on the ground. She's like, ah!
Might as well be.
She taps to give something 4. On a 4/4, it's a very desirable thing to tap it.
Hey, listen, 800, 400, that's almost premium.
You can pay 2 extra fire and tap it, though. So there's a trade-off. You can't use the first ability that turn. It does burn damage equal to its attack. Why?
Listen,
Why isn't this? Why can't it not at least target a different card to deal with damage?
It's a clear strategy. It's a clear path to victory. Okay, here, listen. Okay, so you play this on 2. Bam, it's on the board. Good. Your opponent plays Fruits of Yggdrasil. Draws a card. Great. Before untap, you tap this thing. Give it +400 attack. Untap it. Pay 2. Tap it. Deal 800 to the fruit. Done.
They draw
Done.
a card.
They draw a card.
It's busted.
Strength. Powerful. Next.
Give it a flak jacket and it's indestructible.
All right, Margot Ravioli.
Ravioli.
Give me a better cardioli.
Military and nameless. What a combo.
Incredible.
Is
Like
there
all.
any military support in the game?
No.
Because they're all military type, but none of them have any support. It's not like the researcher. It's like, no, a lot of them are military, like
They,
straight up.
they anticipated 5-color Library of Alexandria military tribal after this set.
This is a 4-drop that gives something +3/+3. Yes, it's like, okay, here's how I describe this card. What if I had a really good vanilla 2-drop, but I wanted a really good spell as well, so I just staple them together, bam.
Boom.
So I got
him.
the powers of a really bad 2-drop spell stapled on my 2-drop vanilla, done.
We had
4
Bonsai
mana.
Attack before we saw this card. I want to point that out.
Nah, Bonsai Attack's from Valhalla, though.
Oh, you're right. So,
Can't talk about that.
Alright.
Ruler.
Okay, one of my other picks for the worst ruler in this set. 9 cost judgments.
Alright, it's a little more expensive than the 7 cost we saw earlier,
Just
but
a
I'm
little bit.
sure. Oh, for each nameless, it gets cheaper. It's a gimmick that we've never seen before.
For 1 less for each nameless. Almost, are any of 2 of these cards are 1-drops.
Hey, there's a way to give this J Ruler swiftness though.
Yes, you just need Kurt Irving, the
Kurt-
4-drop. You just need that 4-drop, which would also, but it's a nameless, so it'll discount her by 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, forgot about that. That's pretty good.
And this card deals 1,000 damage to target resonator when it enters. You know what card also does that? Sylvia.
Yeah. Remember when Sylvia was legal during this set?
Yeah.
No, so there is actually a benefit to her over Sylvia. It's not a good one, but when you flip her, she doesn't have to shoot herself if she's the only creature.
Oh, the saving grace of the century.
Yeah, because Sylvia actually has to shoot herself if she's the only J ruler on the field and there's no creatures.
But could you talk about how her lance is 3-drop, give a J Resonator plus 1,000 attack, and doesn't have any extra added benefits, and you can't even like do anything with it really?
It's an addition J resonator. I mean, that's a reason to mention it because again, rare type, but it's not very good.
I also want to point out
another-
that Riella Marcellus has the race Valkyrie as its J Ruler. What is Valkyrie?
Good question. Somebody in the comments, tell us more about the lore of Valkyria Chronicles so we can understand why that happened. Also, Rayla's Lance is actually used in an OTK with the Falling Ruler that I came up with, and it's not good. But it lets
Is it
you-
the
As you
pregnant
might
lady
expect.
as? It's the pregnant lady as a ruler.
No, I wish. But
No, this is the good Squad 7 stuff.
yeah, good in the biggest quotation marks you can find. So we're going to the blue. Hey, look, that sounds familiar.
This is the same front side as the yellow card.
It's literally
Yeah, but
the
this time she does become a baker.
They could have made her void and flip into these, so you didn't know which one we had.
I knew she was like basically the same artwork and name, but I didn't know that she was also the same, like literal front side, just a different color.
Literally, they copy pasted it.
Like the effect is the same too.
Yeah.
She bounces something when she flips. That's what I want on a 7-drop 8/8.
And she
Ruler.
adds an additional J Resonate from hand to the card, which means you can add the
Well-
lance, and she's an 1800 attack, 800 defense creature.
I feel like she's from like the original Valhalla, and then it's like, oops, let's put this on the back of this card and call it a day. Like
Yeah, it kind of is.
flipping and attaching an addition is like a really ancient mechanic from like OG Valhalla.
Oh, Joey, she's also a Valkyrie.
Yeah, we got
Busted.
2 of them.
Not a baker though.
Oh yeah, that's the only non-Baker so far. The Baker has been the only non-Valkyrie. That's perfect.
Added J resonator gains +4/+4, but if it's this girl, she gets flying. Oh,
Why did they need that?
and then if it
Whenever
damage
damage
is
is
dealt
dealt
to
to
the resonator. So whenever
no.
the equipped card takes damage, you draw a card.
Nah, they changed it. Whenever added J Resonator deals damage to your opponent, draw a card.
They did errata it. They had to errata a card from this set.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh,
that
Come
would
on,
have been.
you know, this card
if
would have
it was
actually
the-
been good if it
yeah,
turned the card into
if
Acolyte
it-
of Pain.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's actually really good. I was like, oh, never mind. They changed it in 2016 apparently. So, well, all right. That killed everything
Oh,
on that
well.
card. I was like, wow, that's actually pretty
We
decent.
probably would have had
effect.
like deck outs of
that literally could have been its own deck. Like,
Yeah. That'd been hilarious,
Oh.
actually.
sad.
Bridget
I was like,
Rosie
wow, I can't believe I
Stark.
overlooked this card.
Can we talk about how this girl's name is Bridget and she goes by Rosie? How arrogant and self-absorbed do you have to... Alright.
She picks a lot of roses, so people call her that.
Yes, of course.
She used to
Anyway,
play Overwatch, so we were related to forget. After she destroyed that game.
whenever this card attacks or blocks, it gains -3. This is trash.
I love 2
Well,
drop
2-drop
4/4.
7/7, 2-drop 7/7 would be too good. So
Oh, you're
she's
right.
a 2-drop 4/4 to
Gotta
balance
balance it
out.
somehow.
that.
Alright, next.
Again, if this was a 4-drop and it also had a bad spell effect stapled on, this would be playable. But
Alright.
Cordelia Guy Rand Grizz.
Her effect,
I honestly forgot this card existed entirely
her
until I
effect
see. I'm like, I
doesn't
recognize
matter.
that.
Her effect does not matter. She
Archduchess.
Yes, she made Alice Mason Carter an Archduchess.
Archduchess. I like it. It's a 1-drop 06. That itself isn't actually horrible.
At some
But you
point, I have
gotta
to check,
pay
like-
3 and tap it, and discard a card to bounce the resonator.
Hey,
Well,
with which you could do that on curve. Bada bing, bada
Listen-
boom. Done.
At some
like,
point, I have to check like how much, how royal is Zeus incarnate. Like it's a king, it's a queen, it's an archduchess.
now,
And
if
we're
you
gonna see
want,
that it's a prime minister soon.
if you want your
Yes.
power creep, you can look at the 1-drop 5/5 that can't attack in Time Spinning Witch. Or
Oh,
Wom. Yeah, taps does 5. I'm like, yeah.
Drifting low moon.
Yeah.
pretty. It's also a moon type and an archduchess.
Archduchess
So-
is more powerful.
It's true.
Just
More
saying.
support.
Let's move on to. Oh god, that's a 5-mana 9/9.
Eleanor Barrow.
She
Verret?
summoned something from the hand? She couldn't even be from the grave.
From the deck.
She's
Squad
also
7.
not a squad 7.
She's-
What's wrong
Yeah,
with
she's
this?
she's just a military type. She trained him, but she's not in squad 7, you know.
Yeah, well, she's not part of the squad. She got kicked out of the squad.
There's only 7 of them after all.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's only 7.
Faldio?
Yeah, next.
This guy, listen, Mr. Lanzat. I think that's a fake name.
Is that Faca Lombardi?
Faldio Lanzat.
Faldio Lombardi. Personally, I prefer
This is,
the air.
this is like if you're trying to make a fake name, but you slurred your words. So you're just like, I'm Falcio Lanzat.
See, the secret is that he combos really well with Apollo because it gives him flying and personally prefers the air. So
You know what? That's actually, if he wasn't already just 2-drop stats on a 3-drop, then I'd be like, you're right. That's actually pretty decent. But
ass.
Well, why would you not be controlling Levantine in this format? So, like, it's always a 9/9 for 3.
But he
Great.
does have the one benefit we just went over. When you play him, you can just sound really incredulous. Be like, I play Faldio Lanzat.
He got 2 A's in his last name. I kind of wish this guy was nameless so I didn't have to pronounce his name. Right. Isara Gunther. This card
That's
is...
a lot of text.
This, oh, this is,
Jesus.
wait, this is the
She's like
card.
the only one they actually wrote a lot of text on.
Wait, this is the
All
card
right.
that's just like a precursor to like the new
Yeah.
principles.
Yeah,
This
this
card is
is
printed in the same set as the reporter.
So obviously, because it only gets 1 card, it's bad. But this is actually decent on its own. It's
And
1
you can
drop
sack her to
2/2
draw,
with a
which is like-
fetch ability that can sack. I'm like, now I'm assuming the card search isn't good, but even if it was good, when your top 4 in a 40 card deck, assuming you've drawn like 6 cards or whatever, I'm like, you're still probably not hitting it. Like the odds aren't really in your favor there. But
That's a very
at least
not
she,
in your favor.
at least she can cycle to draw a card after
Yeah.
doing that. So she's actually not horrible. Like she's a Percival style effect, oddly enough.
She's the best blue. She's the best blue resonator in this set. I will
And
say
then-
that.
And then we got the nerd.
With enough of these with enough of Isara Gunther type cards on the deck, you could just run like cards
true.
enough so that you could stack your deck in a certain way.
Watch the next set has all the support for Vingolf too, and it's got like
Oh,
imagine there's like a Schrodinger's cat, like you can run as many copies as you want. But it's up the guy for that archetype.
this card's name counts as Welkin Gunther.
Yeah, just have Welkin Gunthers in your deck. 36 copies of it. You hit it every time.
All right, hang on. Enough talk about this girl. We're moving on to
So we got
Otacon.
Crease, but it's a good. I guess it's a German spelling or something.
He's
I've
got,
never
like-
seen.
He's got like the most like
It's like you're the
ambiguously-
edgiest. It's like your name is Chris, but you're super edgy. So like
It's
I'm
the most
Chris.
ambiguously Eastern European name I've ever seen in my entire life.
Shazerny.
Sherny, I believe, is the
Sherny.
pronunciation.
All right. It's a disease silent.
He's that was a card.
Well, it's so this is if green didn't have better cards like this in the first cluster, I would say balanced and fair.
Tama got reprinted the set after this. Hanzo
Largo.
Notori was
Largo.
printed.
Oh my God, is he related to? Is Largo related to Harry Potter?
Probably.
He's a Potter.
Largo Potter.
He's not a Potter type though. He's military squad 7.
I mean, if we hit up J.K. Rowling, she'll probably make him a part of the war.
Yeah. You can see Harry was visited by his older brother who's very much larger than him.
Largo.
His name is Largo Potter.
He then died in the war.
When he attacks, it gets plus 100 for each squad.
If your name is Largo, feel free to thumbs down this and subscribe.
If your name is Largo, just thumbs down all of our videos, please.
I just want to say in the database they write him as a 60-600 instead of a 600-600.
That's all we need to know, honestly. Alright.
Small misprint that probably has been picked up in 6
Man,
years.
this dude be fancy. He's got the Jesus mustache.
Yeah, honestly,
Prime Minister.
Moritz von Borg, his text does not matter. All that matters is that his race is Prime Minister.
Prime
which
Minister.
means that Zalus is also the Prime Minister of Valhalla, and I will not accept anything else as canon.
Card's name Cordelia Girangris. You control cannot be targeted by spells or abilities. That sounds really good. It also, if damage would be dealt to that card name you control, it's dealt to this card instead.
So
I
this
would pay
card
2
also-
mana for a 2/1000. Bam.
This
And
card
it
has
has
premium
has-
stats for a vanilla
has-
2-drop.
hey, it's got protection for whatever the heck Cornelia is. So
She was the Archduchess that we saw before.
there you go. So we have a solid 1-drop into a solid 2-drop,
There we
and
go.
it offers protection to the 1-drop when you block with it.
Neither of them are Squad 7.
This is ridiculous value. Well, of course, one's a prime minister. You can't expect him to also work on Squad 7. Come
You're
on.
How could we
Can you-
expect that?
Can you imagine what a schedule would be like? Come on.
Alright. Momentary respite. Rest up to 2 target resonators. They don't recover during their controller's next recovery phase. 3
If this was
costs for
cheaper-
that.
If this was cheaper, this would actually be an okay card.
If this card was
It's not
cheaper, it would-
awful.
Even like 1 cheaper, it would be like, all right, decent stall, not great, but exists, right? But then it's like, what if it was more expensive than that? And you're like, nah.
We had the boat that did this, though. I want to play the
The
boat.
boat. But the boat only targeted
It is
one.
instant, I guess.
Wait,
And it can be
back
removed.
up. Kurt Irving and Ray Riella are on the art for this. This is a blue card.
Yeah, and?
What? Hoopstative?
They
The
decided
art
they're
first
really...
and the color second.
No, it's
Right.
because they're feeling really blue today, so that's why they're on the...
Alright, next. Okay, this
Ooh,
is an
okay,
actual
this is
card.
actually a good card. This is actually a really good playable card.
Yep.
Instant speed, 1-drop, bounce anything. Yep. It's to this day, I would still have that index.
Yeah.
Like if it was legal and standard, that'd be there. That's actually a good card.
This card would actually like compete with like miscalc and stuff. It's kind of
Yeah,
weird.
like yeah, it's actually just a really good card. Just solid straight up.
Yep.
Like there needs no explanation on how good that card is.
It got a bit
And
power
then-
grip when it got power grip when we got Charles Water Transformation Magic the next set. But
It's
it had-
still a good option,
it
right?
has options. And then we move on to 4 mana draw 3. So we're not talking about this anymore.
Whoa,
Also, this has
whoa. Card advantage is good. That's why they printed a sprint for blue. Just
Right.
because, you know, over cost to draw is good draw.
And look how carefree that draw 3 is. No drawbacks.
So carefree.
It's got 3
No,
words.
no flavor text either, though.
Yeah.
That's
This
how
might be
carefree they were when they
this
designed
might
this.
actually be the least amount of text on a
Ooh.
card.
Oh, okay, guys, I'm hyped. We got Welkin Gunther here.
Oh,
What
baby.
can Welkin Gunther
Welkin.
do for us? Military Squad 7. 7/7 for 3. It bounces a resonator to the owner's hand if you control less than your opponent.
needs-
He's
He's
got a lot-
restriction.
Yeah, I'm like, he has a lot of text and then most of it's negative on the bottom. So I'm just like, maybe I shouldn't run a whole deck of Welkin Gunther.
Maybe not.
At least I can
What?
search it.
Something tells me if I was playing 3-drop 7/7s, there's 36 cards in my deck, my opponent would probably have more resonators than me, so the drawback wouldn't apply.
You got a good
Alright.
point.
We got Zaka next.
Zaka!
He
More
searches
like
out
Baka,
Edelweiss.
am I right?
You're correct. Boy searches out
Why does this guy
Edelweiss.
sound like he should be in One Piece?
He does look like it. He's even winking at you. Look at him.
Yeah. I think he might just be blind. It's fine.
He wants that. Oh no.
His flavor text literally just him introducing himself. How basic do you have to be?
Well, it's a pretty explainable card. He searches Edelweiss, which I'm sure is great.
Yes, I'm sure it is. I hope it's not
That's
disappointing
the
later on.
end of the blue cards.
Well,
Nothing
you know,
but-
I think we need more vanillas.
Well,
How about a 2-drop
Hey, look!
6/6?
I'm gonna be honest. The vanillas are better than most of the cards in this set. So
Yeah,
as a
no.
2-drop 6/6, he's one of the best cards.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
it's really
This
sad.
also makes
that
Zalus a student.
Vanillas are better than most of those cards. Yes, he's
Can
a
we, also
student
talk,
type.
can we also talk about that he's not Class G?
Hold
Is he
on.
just like-
I am me, nothing else. I'm a student. No, I am a me.
I am me, nothing else. I have no effect.
All right.
It's
I
a me.
think she's actually playable if I recall. Judgment
Yeah.
5 already much better than the other ones for judgment cost.
Yeah, true.
She's Class G, and when she flips, whenever she attacks, recover all magic stones. Yes. So she is like the shittier version of the Arlo TK if I recall correct.
Yep.
But that is still a good card. It's still actually playable on its own.
Just, you know, power
Can we
creep.
talk about it?
Yeah.
I said before
It did get power creep, but I mean, it's still actually a good card. Like ignoring Arla, if he didn't exist, this would be like a decent alternative.
I've seen decent strategies with her before. Like you can like use her swing, grab like Oz to grab a no.
And
play
if,
Oz.
if I
grab
recall,
resuscitating.
there's a
Will.
card that restands her in this set.
There is a card that restands her set, I believe.
Yeah, it's an addition, I think. So, hey,
Yep.
I mean, it's
But-
decent. It's not bad.
Yeah, she's not the worst thing in the world. She's not good, but she's not the worst.
She's a diamond in the rough.
Her lance is terrible though.
What do you mean? It gets 1/1 for each recovered stone that you have. So when you tap them, it immediately drops her power. Just like in response to, oh no, I tapped. Oh no.
I love the realization that's set in there. You're like, oh what?
No,
is-
I-
oh.
No, I kind of knew it was bad already, and I'm just like, well, I could just picture it being bad in the game, like, cause you forget about that. Like, I'll tap this for, oh shit. Just lose your ruler to like 1 damage a difference.
Yep. All right. Next.
Pretty good card.
Oh.
Student
4 mana 8/8 draw a card.
Finally, I needed one.
Honestly, she looks like she should be holding a Yu-Gi-Oh card, so I want someone
Yes.
to Photoshop that in. She's just holding the Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Your move, Yugi boy. All right.
Force of Will card also accepted, but
Don't-
Amon. Wait, hardens? He hardens.
Hardens. That's an 8 mana 15/15. But you can pay
Yeah.
1 less to play him for each student resonator you control.
Well, we already saw some really good students.
Oof, got a vanilla
I-
student that can make your vanilla student cost less.
If you
That's-
want to branch your Class G tank, sorry, getting ahead of us, the Class G deck, and also sprinkle in some student support, bam, you got a good hybrid. This card can bridge the gap because it's both the student and the Class G. So
What a powerhouse! What a magical person. That's
he
great.
merges both archetypes together.
Oh, he costs less because he's the class rep. I
Right?
get it.
See, if he doesn't have a class,
understand.
he's
If
really
the class
bad.
is dead, then he's not repping anyone, so that's why he's
True,
really
it's an 8
expensive.
mana 15/15.
All right, we got some anime in the next card. Bulletproof barrier.
This
Prevent
might
the
be
next
one of the
damage that
most
would be
anime
dealt.
artworks I've ever seen.
See,
Like, just looks like
I-
a scene from an anime.
it's not horrible, but I'm pretty sure they always print these, like, one of these every cluster, and
Yeah.
never gets played.
Yep, agreed.
It's not horrible though, but there's like 20 of these cards in like
actually-
every color.
Yeah. Okay. So this card is boring to talk about because it's whatever. We
Well,
have a
hold on.
5 mana
Hybrid,
8/8.
Class G student. Wow, this archetype gets better all the time. This is definitely a deck you run both archetypes.
Why is she holding Ragnite? I thought that was the one. I thought that was the white thing.
It is. The lunchbox is indeed in your hands. As we lovingly refer to the Ragnite as the lunchbox.
I mean, she's got the same reaction we do. She doesn't know what she's
Yeah,
doing.
she definitely looks like she's running with a lunchbox. So I can see the comparison.
Her flavor text is just, huh? What am I doing? And that's what everybody who plays Vingolf 2 decks says.
What? You don't want a 5-drop 8/8 that buffs things by 4/4? Come on. You
We
get 2
had
copies of
Darwin
that? You get
in
12
Ving
12s.
1.
Nah. Destructive Assault. Okay, this was actually played.
Yeah, Destructive Assault is actually played.
1 mana, blow up a Edition or a Regalia. Really decent card. Of course, it's green, so you know.
It's got to be the best card in the set because it's green.
Why is the guy holding a lancer, like early age lancer with a knife instead of a chainsaw?
Because listen, man, I don't ask you how do you live your life.
This should actually be the artwork for Huge Explosion because there's actually like fire and stuff in the background.
Yeah.
It's not huge though. It would be hilariously ironic because it'd be like tiny
Wild
explosion.
explosion.
We got
We could have destructive assault, have a truck.
Juliana
We've got wind breathing.
Everhart. Man, this student class rep stuff keeps getting better.
How many class reps do they have?
This deck is really building itself.
Wait,
here.
I thought
the person that's a class rep is
Oh wait,
class rep.
wait, she's student class rep. Wait, you're right. Did we have another class rep? I thought she was actually squad 7 or class G.
Oh,
but she's
I understand.
rep.
I understand why he's not the class rep and she is, because he's Hardens and she's Everhart.
Hardens, baby. Well, all right. Well, he's not part of the this class G archetype. This
No,
bridges
she's
the
not,
gap.
Yeah.
Bridges the gap into the class rep archetype.
Wait, which means that Alice Zeus Incarnate's class rep.
She's a student slash class rep.
Perfect. All right. She gains plus
Alice
2, plus
can be
2.
all those things.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you
Whatever.
can pay green. She's like, if there weren't other buff cards like her, she might be memorable. But
Yeah, but she's boring. Next up, 1 mana,
Living
3/3.
Lane.
Good stats.
okay, this is a playable card. Just
Yeah.
recover regalia. Like even if this wasn't standard, it could actually see play possibly.
Just put in standard anyway. We have
like, this
we have
is
Regalia
actually-
that were gain
This
will.
is actually a decent card, like just on its own. And
Oh,
she
in
actually
a-
fits both archetypes.
And in
like
current-
miraculously, she's a 1-drop for both archetypes.
In current formats, she can also untap your Regalia that tap for mana, so that you can play Sword Arts and Mage Arts.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
what I
I
was
was
trying to
thinking.
say.
Like she's actually like relevant.
Relevance a very strong word. I wouldn't use that. But
Hey, is relevant.
true.
and we
Also,
got
she's a student in class G.
Marjorie.
Very important.
What if I wanted a double Elvish Priest?
For
What if I wanted to
3
pay
times the
double,
mana.
3 times the cost for it? But don't worry, I get the same stats as Elvish Priest, just 1 extra attack.
It's okay. She makes it really easy to play 6 drops on your next turn. It's great.
I wanted this card to be good so much, because I think she's got a support card, but...
She also got. No, she was printed like right after Elvish Priest rotated out, so people were like, "Oh, okay, that's a card that could replace it." And then we got Sacred Elf the next set, and then I'm like, "Oh, that's out the window."
Oops.
Oh, okay. So the green has a lot of tech cards like that you could play. It's actually pretty decent. When you play an addition draw card,
Yeah, that's not the worst.
like this could actually be a really solid draw engine. I can't think of anything that's actually viable right now, but like this has potential in the future.
Yeah,
This is like a decent draw engine.
it's just worse than Spirit of Yggdrasil, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power of
We
Unity.
finally have a card that has the actual color of the creatures
No,
in
that's no
card
fun. Target resonator gains +6/+6. It is instant. If you control 4 or more, it gains whenever it deals damage. How much do you opponent?
Wait,
I mean
back
that's
up.
viable.
Who's the weird guy with the hat in the back, and who's the guy on the left? Those are not cards from this set.
Obviously, it's at the dude from that you run 36 copies of in your deck. That's
They're-
clearly him.
The guy on the
were
left
broken
looks like he's
one.
from Attack on Titan or something. I don't know. He looks like he's in the wrong anime.
I will say, as a 2-drop +6/+6 instant, it's actually a playable card.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
It does have an extra effect. Whether or not you use it or not, it's still a decent card.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get to use it, you kind of like Ame no Habikiri them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's a
Like
good card.
it's not great, but it's not horrible.
yeah. Here's the Magari support. Oh, it's trash. Okay.
No, it says you can't be targeted by your opponent's abilities.
Oh boy, that's great.
Hmm.
No, not your opponents. By spells or abilities, you can't even target her.
Even better.
Not even your ruler can target her.
If you could change cards' names into Marjorie, then they would also gain the protection.
If Deus Ex Machina gives a Marguerite counter, I'm
It almost says cards, not things named Marjorie. It should say entities named Marjorie.
entities named Marguerite. Wait, no, entities didn't exist back then. Come on, Dylan, we're thinking too far ahead. Come on.
We got Zeri over here.
Zeri, the best tech if you're New Year.
I
going
just like
second.
how I like how his Z has a little like slice through it, like
Yeah.
Zeri, like Zoro, Zoro.
This card enters your field. Put the top card of your Magic Stone deck into your Magic Stone area if you control less stones than your opponent. So it's
Isn't
great
that
if
a
you're
card
going
from
second.
Min 1? Yeah, I think it's a colorless 3-drop from Vingolf 1 does the same thing.
No, you think of the one that puts a stone to play if it doesn't share a name with other stones you control.
Oh, you're right, I am.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ramp. It's a 2-cost. It could be good, but you have to be behind. Not really sure.
People
but
remembered how broken Gretel was and were really hyped when this card was first revealed,
it-
and then it was trash.
Yeah, it's
So-
true. If the opponent does play Gretel, then that would be. I could see it. I guess it's not
Anti-Gretel tech of
horrible.
the century.
So what you do
Hell
is you play
yeah.
Fox. When you judgment on 2, you go behind a stone no matter what. And
It's
then
true.
when
You
play
do
Zeri-
always go behind. Bam, Zeri.
Just to float the stone, make a thing, and play Zeri.
It was just as good as Gretel. It's like
You
better
actually
Gretel 'cause
chased
get
to
more
it. You
stats.
chased to his enter by sacking him. You had to use the Fox effect,
He does check on
And then-
resolution. That makes sense.
and then he would give you the stone.
Wait, he
It's
checks
so
on.
powerful.
Wait, he checks on resolution, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. that's all right, guys. New meta Fox.
Fox format.
Zeri Fox. Let's go.
Throw the
Fox still
smoke
has
bow.
Gretel. It's too easy.
Every deck should be running 4 Gretel, 4 Zeri. Done. We figured the format out. I can't believe everyone's so stupid they never realized this.
Why am I not just playing this card in Epic Stories? If I'm going anything less than first, I win.
All right, that's definitely a decent card. Like we
It's not
came up
good,
with some
but-
we came up with some niche uses for it.
Yeah, that's all that we're here for. Next, going into darkness. This is like the worst of all
Audrey
things.
Gassenarl.
What?
Gassenarl. I made it so far into this video, but
That
no,
broke you.
it's over. I got Gassenarl.
She's military / a galleon army. And she's a
Salad?
6/6 if you control the galleon army.
Is it Galean army or something?
I don't even know how to pronounce it. You think I'm gonna try and pronounce that?
Galleon army.
I don't know.
Oh, there's another Gassenarl.
Oh, baby. So, fun story. I,
mean-
actually picked up a playset of this guy when he was first revealed because I realized that he could make your opponent lose life, which means you could bypass Tree's effect to stop himself from dying.
Fair.
People actually cited him for the Adam Brawley decks at the time because they would actually get around Tree, stopping the.
I'm pretty sure there's.
But the Adam
another
Brawleys
card-
did it anyway.
Yeah, the Adam Brawley does it for dark cards.
Yeah, which means that you do
You
it
don't even.
twice.
No. No, sir.
That's minus 800 life.
Wait, is he also Gassenarl? Damn it.
He's also,
Yes.
There are 4 Gassenarls on this page right now.
No. It's the name I can't stand, and it's on every guy. It's not a real name.
The Gassies.
The esteemed Gassenarl family.
Berthold Gregor, who
We got Gregory
effect,
over here.
whose effect is literally give Alice the type Dry Storm.
Finally.
Yeah. That is indeed his type. Dry turn. Man. I know we meme a lot about the set making a lot of silly types, but that one really takes the cake.
It's beautiful. At least she's not also a Calamity Raven. Oh, we've also got a Calamity Raven. The Howl.
You give something egg 4 for 3
I can't believe we're still talking
mana.
about Berthold. He's trash. Da Howl actually has a relevant effect.
How did you get this?
Could you imagine someone brings in a Fairy Tale Library Alexandria to play and they call Calamity Raven?
Russia boys for the Calamity Ravens. No, you call military, duh.
Oh, you're right. Everything is set. Except for the students. The students do not get swiftness.
No, not them students. They're learning.
They're learning. You're right. You gotta let them
It's
learn.
another goddamn
We got-
Gassenarl.
What a Dirk. Dirk Gassenarl.
He's a 1-mana
His text is understood. Remember when we had a 1-mana 2/2 they could pay 2 to add to your hand and never died? Yeah, well, this guy's got better stats than that.
Yep.
Dirk, I
And
think you're
power
lost. This isn't
creep.
Full Metal Alchemist.
And he's
Gilbert
understood.
Gassenarl.
Gilbert Gassy. Why does it say other
He's the
galleon?
boss.
Why does he say other galleon arms? He could have just said other Gassenarls. He control.
The Gassenarl
Well, hold on.
squad.
The way they actually spell armies differently, as if it's like it should say other
Oh, yeah.
Galarian army, right? Not if it says armies.
Why didn't they just say galleon army resonators? I don't think
Did it
the
get
rulers
it?
of
It
galleon
never got
army.
errated. It actually didn't get errated. There's technically nothing Galarian armies.
Armies.
It's not a type.
So this guy doesn't buff anything.
So this card does nothing.
Excellent.
I'm just like, wait a second.
It
There's
should
no one
have
ever
been
pointed this.
Gassenarls.
Everyone just thought this card was so bad they never read it, but it actually doesn't do anything at
It's
all.
worse than people read it to be. That's incredible.
Oh man.
Hammer of the Valkyr. It's just, it's bad destroy thing.
So
That looks really
It-
powerful.
this actually is okay. It's not great now, but back in the day, even though it's expensive, it gave you the flexibility of killing a J ruler or killing a resonator.
And you played it in Valentina 2.
And it's
3,
an instant
sorry.
speed card. So what you would do is in like super hard control decks, you could run this as like a 1-up and be like, okay, I have an out 2 rulers by searching this if I need to. Otherwise, it's just a more expensive.
They printed a
kill
5
spell on my
cost
god.
version of this card, didn't they?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, this is. Remember, people were playing it, and I'm like, this is just a better version. I mean, neither of them are amazing, but if you
are
could play a
good, but,
4-drop, if you can play a 4-drop kill spell over a 5-drop kill spell, it does the exact same thing. You would clearly pick the 4-drop version of that, and this one is from, ironically enough, Vingolf 2, and it's better than another card outside of this set. So, you
Is
never
it me,
would've
or is
thought
there
I'd
no
say that.
hammer in this picture?
There is indeed no hammer. I'm guessing it's a metaphorical hammer. Like this
Metaphors
is
don't
their
really matter that
weapon.
much.
I'm guessing it's like this is the weapon of the Valkyr, I guess.
Another
If you like
Calamity
Vingolf
Reaver.
2, feel free to thumbs down this video.
So I actually played against this card.
Lydia Agatha. Calamity Raven!
Yep, another one of those. Good thing your other Calamity Raven's a
Oh,
5.
hey, it's the 4/4 that rests itself when it comes into play.
So I actually got this card played against me when I was at.
I mean, this isn't actually that bad because if
It's-
you're going first, it just does the same thing as all your other 1-drops would do going first.
it's not
it's-
good.
I mean, I wouldn't take this to a GP ever in any format, but.
Somebody did take it to a GP against me because they used it with Reflect.
And you lost to them, I can't believe it.
I did not lose to that deck. I got close, but I didn't lose to it.
His Gwyber fairies finally.
that was my Gwyber Fairy GP. But yeah, so she rests herself, and then if you play her with Reflect, you target her with the ability to recover at the end of the end of the turn, and she is a 4/4 that recovered.
Wow.
Incredible.
Wow.
So cards been played against me. It's not good. Moving on. Maximilian. This
Maximilian.
card I actually kind of made a deck around because he's a really fun reanimator target. Not gonna lie.
You only have one deck, I have a million of them.
I have Maximilian of them. Oh, his other big effect is that he turns Alice into an Imperial General.
Excellent.
Imperial General.
I think Vin 2 was like
I
half
think the
of
dry.
Alice's
I think Stern Dry is definitely the stupidest one we've seen.
Gray Stern. Oh man. So Maximilian is just a.
Oh my
6
God, we got the moves like Jagger over here.
Oh, moves like Jaeger. Incredible.
Ratty Jaeger.
He's also a Dry Stern.
Yep. And
Dry
you
Stern.
give your opponent's creature a -2/-2. Okay, he's trash. Maximilian's fun though.
Any Dry Stern card's
okay,
gonna be trash. That's what I've
Ragnar
learned.
You guys know Space-Time Anomaly? This is him now. Feel old yet?
This is like the gas that is at your locals when they don't shower.
Yeah, this is Magic Player.
This is the funk cloud from those players.
I love how the art is like her like trying to pick the gas and look at it.
She's
a
just
little
like,
more
what the
closely.
heck?
Yeah, why is
What
she
is
chilling out
this?
in the gas?
She's like, this room seems to be
Something's
filled with
weird.
This
toxic
gas smells like gas.
Okay, this card was actually good.
Yeah, Schemes actually was used in one single deck by Ryan Miles.
Vlad, you would play it too.
Well, okay, it might have been used in Vlad, but it was used in Val.
Fair.
Because it's a 2-cost, look at your opponent's hand, which means you can -2 anything
It's
on the
for
board.
anything. It's also for anything. It's not just like
Yeah.
resonator or thing.
It's just more
at the
Dark
time. At the time, most of the spells were like one or the other, so this could do anything.
And the big news is that the Schemes of the Empire involve everybody just kind of looking around, looking very angry at each other.
I mean, the one dude's smiling. Look, the dude next to the chick is smiling, so he's clearly okay.
He's like, yeah,
He's-
man.
He's thinking about after the meeting.
Wait, okay, so 2 of those guys are Calamity Ravens from the artwork. I think that's Lydia and DeHow. I don't know who the last guy is. Because I don't think there-
He's
Oh, there's
just
one more
happy to be
Calamity
there.
Raven who doesn't look anything like that guy.
He's just really happy to be there, like
He's really excited.
smiling.
I can tell.
He's like, man, I'm not supposed to be in this meeting because I'm not a Calamity Raven, but here I am.
No, the Calamity Raven's the one that the one who's not a
Oh.
Calamity Raven is the one that's not smiling. The Calamity Raven's
Maybe,
smiling.
maybe he's just really worried about them, like, cluing into the fact that he isn't a Calamity Raven. He's like, I gotta
Yeah.
get out of here.
Day 69. They haven't realized I'm not a Calamity Raven that resonated yet.
They keep inviting me to these meetings. I'm just trying to escape.
They keep inviting me to these things. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I literally sabotaged the plans and they congratulated me.
All right, this one might be the worst ruler in the set.
Yeah, this is-
Selvaria Blessed. You pay 3 less to control Maximilian. Yeah. You need the general on your side.
He's a 6 cost. How are you supposed to? Oh, I know. You dance the shadows and back at the end step after end of turn triggers, and then next turn you have a 3-cost judgment for it. Beautiful. Perfect. We're done.
Finally.
Up
Done.
to 2 target resonators gain -3 for each trace turn you control. Why is this such a conditional and awful effect
There
on
are
a bad
she's
body?
one of 3 dry sterns. She counts herself, but
At least she counts herself.
good,
You know what?
she did.
I'm gonna give her at least 1 point out of 5 for counting herself. That's
Is
the
it
only
just me, or
point
is
she's
like-
gonna get.
is it just me, or is her
She-
left nip like shooting light out of it?
They at least had the foresight to make her with the same type. Regardless of the beams of light being shot, 1 out of 5 would play in every Epic Stories deck.
All right, what does her lance do? Oh, it gives drain.
Her lance was good.
Form.
Her lance is actually good because it gives +4/+4 and drain to a J ruler or a
But it
resonator.
costs 4.
I think there was actually a way you could equip it from deck for free. I don't remember what it is, but
What was it?
there's something that just equips J resonator from deck, isn't it? Like, is it Grimia?
Oh yeah, Grimia. Yeah, does she? I thought it was just weapons. I'm not sure if it was just addition J
Oh,
resonators or
maybe.
if it was weapons.
I feel like there was a use for this. I can't remember what it is now. I wouldn't play it now, but
Yeah,
I think
it's-
back in the day
It's
this did have
hot,
a use. if I
Hot,
recall.
hot garbage, but
Yo, drain on your ruler, bro.
drain on your ruler. That's great.
Oh, you give
I
it
love
to
Caduceus.
you give it to Nyarlathotep, and then she heals you every time you shoot someone. There you go.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
5,000.
1,000.
There's your heal option in Wanderer for Isis. There you go.
Beautiful.
We figured it out.
Oh, we can't. Who could forget about Zig?
You mean Martin Luther King Jr.?
Take off every zig. Calamity Raven.
I have a dream.
As long as you control Dahao, he's a mediocre 2-drop.
All your base are belong to us.
Why is this card so bad? I don't get it, man.
It's because he's a Calamity Raven.
Oh, you're right. He's Clam Raven.
It's got a big sword. It doesn't
The
look like
other
a very
two-
effective sword because it looks like
The
that
other
sword's
2 are
pointing the other
almost
way.
playable, so they're like, well, we can't have cards that are almost
Can we
playable.
talk about how
They
many
can worse.
swords the Galleon army has, and the fact that everybody else has guns? Like,
Listen, that's why their stats are so bad, okay? Like,
They're at a little bit of a disadvantage in this war.
what? Does
They have-
Dahao like give him a gun, and guns are plus 400?
they have
Yes. You
They have
idiot! Stop
the
using
more-
the sword. Shoot him.
they have the moral advantage.
I forgot.
They're like, guys, you're only supposed to use those in close quarters. You're not supposed to use them across the battlefield.
They just chuck the swords at the enemy.
Hurls the sword. And the guy's like, I didn't dodge. I just was mystified. He threw a sword at me.
Listen, I'm just scared. This guy brought a sword to a gunfight, and he won.
And he threw it across the field at me. What was I gonna do?
All right, let's move on to the
Alright.
best card in the set.
Class G tank.
Oh,
This is one of those cards everyone just kind of ignored, and then everyone went back and like, oh, okay. This
I'm
is like
willing
the
to pay
ultimate
3 to
control.
draw.
This is the ultimate control card.
Yep. So you pay 1, tap it, gain 200 life. Pay 2 to tap it, make something untargetable until end of turn. Pay 3, tap it, draw a card. Pay 4, tap it, rest target. J Resonator. Like that's relevant. That's decent.
So much utility.
I just remember there was a GP. Someone played this against me, and I won the match. But one of the games I flipped my reflector frame, he kept tapping it. I'm like, oh, Anytime it's flipped, he just taps it. I'm like, I think I made a horrible mistake.
I
played
mean,
against the
he
first time I
wasted
ever-
4 will every turn.
Yeah.
The first time I ever played this against this card was actually against Billy Buttons at the GP in Maryland a while back. And he was playing Tree Control and I was playing Feetsing Wyber with Hook. And he just was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna tap down, draw cards, and just do a bunch. I'm like, I had no idea this card existed.
Just like, what the fudge?
so cool. This card goes in like every single Epic Stories deck too. Like it's
Yeah,
really good.
it's every control, like every Epic Stories. Like, this is a really solid card.
Yeah.
Just good.
And
Actually
Edelweiss
good.
is trash.
Hey, don't be like that. I think
there's
you
definitely
can play it
strategy.
for free if you flip the other ruler, or it gets searched by one of the cards. Oh, that's what it is. The
It
3-drop
gets
searches it,
added
I
to
think.
hand by the two.
Yeah. And you play 2 less to play Judgment, so it just discounted your Judgment. Now it's a 1-cost card if you just play it
combined
like
it?
that.
With the door in the next set, and then we have 3 off Judgment.
If you play 2 Edelweiss, because it's not unique, you can play multiple copies. You can have 4 cost off your Judgment.
Strong.
But only 4 colorless from your judgment. You can,
And all the judgments in the set are completely colorless, so
So there
this
you
is
go.
really strong.
It's perfect.
You can get down to 0 judgment.
You
very
can
easy.
also sack it to give squad 7 +4/+4.
But you can only play it if you can control a J ruler. Why?
So if you sack 4 of them, you have a potential OTK next card.
+4/+4 is too strong.
God, this is actually so bad.
Your opponent pays 1 more to play judgment. There we go. We got the opposite.
Oof.
But it gets
Control
it gets countered by Edelweiss because you take 2 of these for every Edelweiss you have.
These are some checks and balances I love in my game.
Your J ruler gets +2/+2. Initially I read that as -2. I was like, man, this card's bad. No, okay. Gives your ruler +2/+2.
And you
Or
can tap
tap
and
and banish your resonator. No, and banish your resonator. J really gets +5. I mean, it's a sack outlet question mark. But
Leave eat your heart out. +5/+5 per tap. That's so strong.
God,
you can
imagine
do
if
it
we
with-
didn't have Levitine up.
listen, guys, it doesn't target your J ruler, so you can do it even without one.
Beautiful.
It's a sack outlet it's great.
Nameless tank. Why?
Whenever a nameless enters, you feel recover this card. Hey. This
Finally, 100
deals
damage.
1 damage. Yeah, 1 damage every time you summon a name. We got our cannon soldier for the OTK, boys.
There we
This is how we beat Feet Sync.
one.
Action nameless.
Alright, boys, so here's the strategy. We play Nameless Tank, we play Umer, we do the Umer loop, but we just keep playing Namelesses. So that
Alright, guys. This is an OTK now. We've justified this card enough. This is easily the deck you're gonna bring to every Epic Stories event. 1, 1, 1, 1. Gotta do 8,000 damage.
I mean, I'm
Hope you
pretty
brought
sure...
some coffee.
Wait, hold on,
Because I'm
like-
gonna be burning
But,
you.
like, for real though, like, why mill somebody with the Rachel combo with Umer when you
You
can just
burn them
Nameless
for
Tank
1.
them?
You can just deal the most minuscule amount of burn damage repetitively over and over in an infinite loop.
But they thought ahead, and this card can't go face.
It's like, I remember there's this Yu-Gi-Oh combo that was 40 minutes and it dealt 1 damage to them, I think 100 damage, and it redid your entire deck every time. So it was 40 minutes to do 1 damage, but you could do it infinitely. That's what this card is. That's what they're like, man, this is so good. And then also, if your J ruler would deal damage, it deals +2. Wow. It can either be the Lave effect without swiftness, or it can ping for 1. This card does everything.
It's really just something, man. Let
This
me tell
card
you.
is just super solid. Remember what's the card that says the first time you take damage, you don't take it every turn?
Oh,
Bam.
the Faria one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Countered.
Get wrecked with Faria decks.
1. And we got the lunchbox.
Yeah, the lunchbox is here.
Looks like he's got a piece
Actually
of
a good
glass for
card.
lunch today. Or Ragnar, you know. I guess glass and Ragnar do the same thing.
Actually a decent card.
Yeah, this card is actually amazing. It's basically Schrodinger's cat.
But like twice.
But it recovers your ruler. So yeah.
Or you could just use it to double pump.
Yep.
Will.
Yep,
Good.
like it's actually a good card.
Yep.
This is ramp in a regalia.
And now
it's
for
not a
the best
tank,
card
so
in
it
the
can't, so it can't, it's not a tank, so it can't be killed by the guy who says destroy target tank.
Wow,
That's the
I can't
lunchbox.
believe they printed this next card. It can tap for black or green. What
It's
the heck?
easily the
Where's
best card in
the?
the set.
It's also a wind and a darkness magic stone.
Okay, you think
Literally
that's cool, but wait until you
ridiculous.
read Gusting
Oh.
Skies.
Whoa.
I guess.
Well, Blasted
Jeez.
Waves are red. Wow.
Wow. Oh, it's
Blue
a
and black?
wind and a fire. Those are the 2 best colors in the
I
game.
can't believe they
And-
printed the dual stones in this set.
Oh, and we reached the end of
gonna
the thing,
it's
and
gonna
we
change
reached
everything.
Deepwood.
Oh yeah, there's Deepwood.
Sorry, that card doesn't exist.
Sorry. Let's keep going.
Done. Now we're done.
I think that was actually like not as bad as I thought it would be.
There's a lot of meme-worthy cards in there.
Yeah,
Hey,
there's a
come
lot.
on, we got the dry.
The dry stern, the gas and all.
I forgot entirely, and it made me laugh that the guy, the ruler, actually needs you to have them. I was like, oh, we're expected to have these in the deck. Okay,
Stern.
my bad. I thought they were a joke.
Oh man.
They're dry stern because there's 3 of them, and dry means 3.
Oh, that's pretty good. What does stern mean?
But just that's how they are, man.
It's
They're
hard.
stern.
All right. Well, we're ending on Deepwood. I've got it
a
on
good
the
card.
screen. It's a good card. Let us know
little
what you
power
thought of this
creep, but-
retrospective view of Vingolf 2. Was it as bad as people said it was originally? Was it worse? Probably.
There were some okay cards in there.
There were some okay cards. If you can build a deck that kind of... If anybody out there can build some kind of tribal deck in Wanderer that works with this,
Just shoot
please
them
tell
for
me.
one. Shoot them for one. That's all you gotta do.
Shoot them
for
one.
But anyway, Dylan, thank you so much for joining us again on this trip down meme lane.
It was my pleasure.
Oh man, and Joey, thank you for joining us as well, of course.
It was our pleasure.
Yeah, our pleasure. Anyway, this has been Mike.
And Joe.
And Dylan.
Yeah, there we go. From Deep Wood, Force of Will, and Guest, signing off.
Peace.